handed the projectionist Paramount's future.
Wait a minute. What am I doing? You know I get dizzy in high places.
You're dizzy in low places. Get up there.
No! Oh.
When you like them, you show it. You show it in your reactions, in your conversation, and in your return to this theater. And you show it in box office receipts, your theater's gauge of success in pleasing you. So he does everything possible to give you what you want. And what a problem this can be. For example, this woman wants more musical shows. These boys want more westerns. These girls, more love stories. This man, more adventure. Others want more travel, comedy, mystery, romance, thrillers, more everything. He works continually to maintain a theatrical tradition, which has made the motion picture theater so much an ingrained part of our social life that difficult to imagine what it would be like without it. So come in and welcome. Welcome from friends, from fellow citizens, from the world's storehouse of talent, poured into the mold of your particular pleasure. Welcome from the theater, your theater, to you.
Oh, gee, did it hurt?
No. Does this?
Oh, yeah.
Good afternoon. My name is Robert Evans, and I'm Senior Vice President of Paramount Pictures. By the way, this is not my office. We tried to shoot this scene in my office. We brought the cameras up, but there's one problem. My office was too small to get the cameras in. I came down to the studio to borrow a set from the young lawyers, and that's where we are now. Last year, we packed up our gear, cut down our staff, tightened our belts, moved into small quarters at little offices in Beverly Hills. They're good enough for us, believe me they are. These past few years have been rough for Hollywood. We've made a lot of mistakes. Some people have learned from them, and some people haven't. We have. I think Love Story is going to start a new trend in movies. A trend towards the romantic, towards love, towards people, towards telling a story about how it feels rather than where it's at. I think Love Story is going to bring the people back into the theater in droves. But I want to bring up one project, and that's The Godfather. I bring it up for several reasons. One, that it's starting production next month. Two, that it's going to be our next Christmas's picture. And three, to bring up the similarity between The Godfather and Love Story, which are the two biggest books of the last decade. Paramount owns them both. If it weren't for Paramount, the book Love Story would never have been written. If it weren't for Paramount, The Godfather would never have been written, because we were in there in the beginning, spurring the writers on, working closely with them to make these books the bestsellers that they are, and what we think will be the great movies they're going to be. We at Paramount don't look at ourselves as passive backers of film. We look at ourselves as a creative force unto ourselves. And that is why Paramount is going to be paramount in the industry in the 70s. I promise you.
What makes a great movie screen? Well, it's got to be big. It's got to be loud. It's got to be dramatic. And it's got to fit the visuals. One of the most popular stories recently has been about a sound effect called the Wilhelm scream, which was recorded for a movie in 1951 called Distant Drums with Gary Cooper. And they needed the sound of a man getting bitten by an alligator.
It's a sound editor joke. In 1953, a movie called The Charge at Feather River, a Warner Brothers Western, used this scream.
There's a character named Wilhelm who gets an arrow in his leg.
And there's this particular signature scream that he did when he fell.
Wilhelm! Yeah, I'll just fill my pipe.
And Warner Brothers liked it enough to start sort of using it in other places.
Sound effects designer Ben Burtt, who did all the Star Wars films and Indiana Jones films, sort of adopted it as his personal sound signature, and consequently he has used it in all the Star Wars films. All the Indiana Jones films.
Let's hear that.
It's time to chill out. Nah, don't worry, I'm not going mellow on you or anything like that. And next time it's going to be a game review again. But for now, I just want to take you back.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. Well, guys, this is it. The big one. The shit stopper. The constipation of American cinema. A bowel blockage from which nothing of any value can possibly be removed. What is said to be one of the worst films of all time. I am, of course, talking about the indescribable terror that is Joel Schumacher's Batman and Robin. We are talking about a movie that's so bad that lawyers are actually making reasonable arguments that their client's crime may be horrible, but at least they didn't make Batman and Robin.
Well, this one's kind of intimidating. I mean, what's Dracula's problem?
I'm Christopher Walken, and I play video games. I got a fever. The only cure is more Skyrim. Today I'm going to show you around my castle, and maybe we'll step outside for a bit.
This is my castle. That's my spider friend Pete. He needs a spanking. I gotta call a plumber. There's a lot of steam coming out of the vents. It's not supposed to do that.
And handed the projectionist Paramount's future.